Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Today I wanted to talk about a piece of advice I got recently, and it wasn't personal advice. It was watching a random video for a game of all things. The game was Arc Raiders, which I've been playing. Now, the AI discussion around that is something I've kind of discussed elsewhere. I'm not going to go into that, but those who are in the gaming community will know what I'm talking about. Long story short, the game uses AI. I didn't know about it. Don't condone it. Still playing the game because I already bought it and I couldn't refund it. But probably not going to buy anything else unless their tactics change. Anyway, that's beyond the point. Someone who creates content for that game made a short talking about the loot cycle in that game. And for those who don't quite understand this, I'll put it in the easiest terms. You gain stuff whilst you're out in the world, and if someone kills you, you can lose it, and they can take it. And you can take that stuff out with you and keep it safe, or you can take it back in to give you a better edge the next time. Hopefully that makes sense. So the reason this is all important, and the reason why I even set up that all that up, is because there was one phrase that was used to kind of explain that cycle, or that risk, in a way that actually has me thinking differently about not just maybe that game, but things in general. And that was, it's not my thing, it's my time with it. And that's true of everything when you think about it. It's not our earth, it's our time with it. It's not my, house, it's my time with it. Like, my parents are potentially looking to move at some point soon. I'm probably going to move with them. I don't have my own place currently. And I'm okay with that now. Once upon a time I wasn't, because I felt like this is my childhood home. But if I'm with my parents, then does it matter? Probably not. Does it matter as long as I see all my family still? Probably not. So it changed my viewpoints on a few things, and for the better, because it's not even just about the physical, right? It's all the emotions as well. It's not it is your anger at that moment, or it is your upset at that moment, but it's just your time with it. Anger is an emotion we all feel. All emotions is something we all feel. And we have that for a time, and then we let it go. We can. We don't have to, but we should. And so what I'm finding is that there's all these things where I'm freeing myself of that thing. I'm reevaluating that thing and whether it means something or it needs to mean something in my life. Content creation for me is something that has been a constant, but if I ever felt like I got to a burdensome point where it didn't feel worth it anymore, or it all felt negative, then I wouldn't do it, And a great example, actually, is I recently kicked my last mobile game off my phone. And I feel really proud about it. It feels like a good response to the good, the bad video I did the other week. And the reason I did it was I've played that game for 6 years. It's lasted through one relationship into another. It's seen me through quite a number of friends that I've met through that game. It's basically seen me through my education into my work life. And I've loved that game, Marvel Strike Force, for years. And I really would have loved to continue playing it. But I realized it was my time, like we were talking about before, to move on to something new. And that was not having to stay up late to make sure I get my dailies done. Not having to stress about being online to complete a piece of content that the 23 other people were waiting for me to do. Not getting pinged constantly because I wasn't logging into the game. Not getting the notifications on my phone that were distracting me all the time. It was hard because it felt like I'd put money into that game, I'd enjoy that game, it felt worthwhile, but my time was done with it. And it feels like that's the truth. My time was finished, the game still continues, but I don't need to be there for it all. It's the fear of missing out, I think, that gets us so stressed about these things. We have to be there for every part because other people are, and we can't be the one that's not seen the thing, or not be the first or the second or the third or whatever. And so I think that's where I've struggled in the past, that I really do struggle with FOMO. I really do struggle with being the last to know about something or the last to interact with something. But if it's not my time with it at that point, then why am I forcing it? And you know what? I've been getting better sleep because I've not been sat up on a game on my phone late at night to try and finish some stuff for my friends who, because the group that I played with was in America. So not having to do that, getting to read in that space where usually I would either be doing that or I could sleep at that point and read just beforehand. It just feels like a weight has been lifted, and it's just a game. That's just one simple little change. You know, there's so many things in life. That was like the most minimal example. But like there's so many things in life that we can just stop or change or accept as like done. And that's cool and that's great and that's fine. And that's why I always try and innovate with everything I do. You know, for a time, regards to this channel, I felt, I don't know if I'm giving this my best. I feel like I'm missing video slots all the time. I feel like I'm not doing what I want to do. So I stopped because it didn't feel like I was doing it right. I wasn't giving it the justice it deserved. And I've come back and I feel like I've made some worthwhile videos again. I mean, I hope you guys think so. So it's that kind of thing of like, sometimes it just takes you kind of reevaluating the moment, looking at the moment and thinking, does this serve me anymore, or am I holding on to something that my time with has passed? And that can sometimes even be people as well. There can be people in your life that you think, okay, this person is now, and this isn't you being better than them, but I am beyond them. I need to move on for me. Or there's a hang-up that you've had about yourself, a thought you've had that you've held on for too long. Let go of it. You know, try these things. I don't think it's all success. There'll always be times where you feel like you could do better at it, or you can't let go of this one thing. But we come into this world with nothing, and it's an inevitable truth, and I'm going to say it. We go out of this world with nothing. So everything that we do here is what matters. And there might be other tries. We don't know. Everyone on earth can guess or have a faith in something, but we don't know if there's other tries. So let's try and do it right the first time round. That being, let's consider our actions, consider if we're detrimenting ourselves in what we're holding on to and what we're not letting go of, whether that be anger, whether that be that game that you've held on to for too long, whether that be a friend who's no longer really being a friend, whether that be a job that no longer works. You guys might hear the thunder, well, not thunder, but the storm outside. But even that storm's going to pass, It's here for now. Won't be here next week. Next week will be like pretty much Christmas time, and like people will be enjoying themselves. So or maybe the opposite, depending on where you're at. So it's that kind of thing of reflecting, seeing what's worth it to you, what's not. I personally don't believe in resolutions, because I feel like if you wanted to start something the week before New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, you'd have done it then, and you can do it then, and you should do it then rather than waiting another week. I think I've said that before, but it's that time of year. So think about those things. Think about how you want to go into 2026. Think about how that looks for you. Think about what that means for you. 2025 wasn't ours, it was our time with that time. That's quite highbrow, but you know what I mean. So what's next for us? What's next for each one of us? And I hope that makes sense, and I hope maybe you can do something with that. That's how I've been kind of processing things recently. You know, the things that are happening now won't be forever. The things that happen next equally won't be. And it makes those uncomfortable moments better because you can get through them, and it makes the good moments better as well because you know that that's a moment that's precious. And all the other stuff, you know, it makes it worthwhile when you know you've quit something that you needed to, or it makes it feel like a landmark when you say, I'm going to move on to the next thing. You know, there's loads to take from this, I think. And it's weird that it came to me in such an innocuous way. Rather a weird way, really. But it's something that I think will stick with me for a while. And maybe it'll stick with you guys too. If it does, let me know. Let me know what's going on with you guys. I always like to ask that. I feel like maybe people are a little bit too concerned to not tell people about themselves in life. So I'm always interested to hear what people think, what people want, what people feel. Do they have insecurities like that? Do they have worries like that? And maybe I can give a little bit of advice. I'm no one special, but I'm someone who feels a lot and thinks a lot. And so maybe I wouldn't want to say I'm an empath because sometimes that's seen as like almost, what's the word? It's almost seen as like, pick me is the wrong word, but on that vibe. But I do, you know, I want people to be better. I care about people. I don't always show it amazingly well, but I do. And yeah, so maybe you guys can do something with that, and maybe my phone can stop pinging. It seems like every time I start recording, I get like 10, 15 messages. Bam, 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 bam. I'm going to just start putting it on focus. I need to. I just forget every time. Hopefully that is a bit of food for thought for you guys. And I will speak to you guys next week. Until then, have a great week. And the last video of next year will be next week. I don't know what we'll discuss just yet, but yeah. I've enjoyed being back. I'm enjoying being back with you guys. And I'm enjoying that we're going to go into 2026 together. So I'll see you guys on the other side. Well, next week and then on the other side. And hopefully we hit the ground running. Until then, either rest well, relax well, sleep well, study well, whatever you're doing. I'll see you guys next time.